Now, the return of international tourists to Australia is stalling, with numbers almost 30% down since the COVID pandemic, according to data from Tourism Research Australia. About 8.7 million people visited Australia in 2019, but just 6.6 million came last year. For more on this, Dr. Mariana Segala is an expert in tourism and hospitality at the University of Newcastle, and she joins me now. Good morning, Mariana. How significant are these figures, and were they at all a surprise to you?
Good morning, everyone, and pleasure to be with you. Well, the numbers are quite significant if somebody thinks that many other destinations globally have very quickly recovered from COVID. Many destinations in Europe, they are back to numbers in 2019, experiencing over-tourism. And unfortunately, Australia has been lagging behind for quite a few years now. The prices traveling to Australia have almost doubled since before COVID. And if we do consider inflation and the reduction of the affordable income of people, this makes it even worse. Of course, we also have to consider that once people are in Australia, they want to stay longer. The journey is quite long, and they want to sleep and eat somewhere, but also do experiences. So if somebody will add up all this cost, as you can imagine, the holiday cost in Australia is getting very uncompetitive in relation to many other global players.
Are there parts of the country which are worst affected by this drop? I'm guessing it would be somewhere like far north Queensland, which has traditionally had a lot of international tourists.
This is very true. I mean, destinations that they heavily rely on tourism, of course, they see a much more important impact. But I believe this can also be true for many other destinations. What is really important also to understand is that one market segment that it has been strong in Australia, and it has actually helped the country to continue maintain the visitation, is the visiting friends and relatives. And this is what the statistics show.
Okay. Over the decades, we've seen all sorts of tourism campaigns to convince people to come here, some good, some pretty cringeworthy. What do you think can be done in the short to medium term to get more visitors back? Or do we simply need to wait until Australia becomes more competitive on a global level?
Well, I don't think we need to sit back and relax and wait. I think there is an important need to take measures. As I said, competition is actually intensifying. At the moment, there is a global competition in terms of relaxing visas. You might have seen that many countries, particularly the ones that they have long-haul journeys involved, Canada, US, Sri Lanka, China, Malaysia, Philippines, even South Africa, they have lifted visas for international travelers. Of course, they are not facing the really extreme expensive airfares, and their capacity to travel to the destination is much easier, but they have realized that they have to do something. At the same time, we have new kids on the block. We have Dubai and Abu Dhabi that they are aiming to double the number of visitors to their country. And of course, Saudi Arabia, that it's going to welcome probably 40 million travelers during the next years. So, of course, we shouldn't be sitting back and relax. We definitely need to do something in terms of increasing capacity, bringing people to Australia, increasing competition and reducing the prices, and taking measures to make our holiday experiences very unique, differentiated, and affordable. What does this mean? It means that we need to enable people to travel within Australia easily, safely, and reliable. So it's not acceptable that flights are cancelled on last minute and they're asking people to make their own plans. It's not acceptable to expect international travelers to drive on the wrong side of the road or to pay expensive car rentals. We need to offer a differentiated experience. This, of course, will include affordable tickets to festivals, experience like scuba diving, watching the whales. And usually these small operators giving this experience, they have been heavily and negatively impacted by COVID. Many of them going bust. And we shouldn't just expect people to come to Australia only to visit a beautiful hotel or eat delicious food. Yeah? We have to agree that our ingredients, food ingredients in Australia, are of very high quality, but I can't say our cuisine differentiates us from other cuisines in the globe. Of course, this doesn't apply for our wine industry. We have very distinctive wines, and this is probably where we would like to focus and communicate more externally and use it as a competitive edge.
Okay.
So as a nation, we'll really need to find our core, unique, differentiated factors and use them in our promotional material to attract visitors. And of course, make them affordable and accessible.